We're gonna move on to our next singer, Agma. Just working on improving his singing and wants to bring something to the world. Biggest weakness is still breath control. This is My Way by Frank Sinatra. This is one song I intend to showcase at my pre-audition for Quebec's edition of The Voice in August. Cool. So I'm focusing on preparing myself for this. I am Monster Singer material too. Is the Monster Singer its own show, or is that like the Masked Singer? Is that one of those shows? I don't know that I know about that one. I'm not sure. Yeah, so very cool that you're preparing for that. Awesome. So Agma's saying, yeah, any advice would be welcomed. I'm here to improve. The video has a little glitch in the middle where the timing gets kind of unsynced for a little bit, but have a look.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, where there was now, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall and did it my way. I've loved and tried. I've had my fill, my share of losing. And now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that. And may I say, not in a shy way, oh no, not me. I did it my way. Oh, what is a man? What has he got, if not himself? Then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and other words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. it was my way.
Okay. Oh, hang on. Wow. Okay, so we end with a little tip of the hat. I like it. My gosh. Okay, bravo. That was so good. We're all blown away. That was really good. Honestly, I think that might be the best performance I've seen from you so far. I think I see just a vast improvement in terms of your pitch. I think that's really gotten a lot better. I'm not hearing I'm not really hearing any pitchiness that I think I used to hear in your last couple of submissions. What a great performance. I think you've got the right amount of energy and movement. I think your voice is quite well balanced throughout your registers. Really, really like that. You're making lots of space on those high notes or just big notes. Lots of power in the big sections. Really love it. I love that you just committed to it. Like great emotional value and really sincere. And so I think that's going to be an awesome performance and a great audition piece for you. Also, that's a fantastic mushroom shirt. So, really good improvement. One thing I noticed that maybe I don't necessarily like, and maybe that's a pet peeve, is that you're just doing a lot of scooping up to notes. Like probably just a little bit too much for my liking. And I'm just noticing it again and again in every section. There's a couple notes where we're just scooping up. I've lived. It's like, oh, it's too much. I left, that's full. And then we're scooping down again. So there was one note in the end where you're scooping up like a whole fourth or fifth or something. And it's just like a huge, it's like, that's too much. That's too much scoop. So it's totally fine to use that as an artistic little tool to kind of bring attention to a note, or just it sounds cool, but don't overdo it, is all I'm saying. So you can totally do it, but I would place those moments really well and really intentionally so that when they happen, people are like, oh, okay. Rather than when you do something all the time, it's just like it loses its spice, you know? So these little kind of stylistic tools you have to use just as a little flavor, as a little salt, here or there. Don't do it all the time. Okay, one thing that I know you're working on, and I know you're self-identified as a problem, is just breath. Here's the thing I'm noticing with this song is that I'm really not hearing a huge problem when you're in the big sections where you're singing loud, you're singing it out, and I think you're making great use of your air there. It's really only in the sections where you're singing a little quieter and I think you're trying to hold back that I'm feeling like I'm hearing breath is an issue somehow, and I don't know if it's like, oh, is there not enough breath? Are we just not like feeding enough, or is he like trying to hold back on the tone? So I would encourage you that, especially in the quieter sections, first of all, always bubble through it because it like forces us to supply more air. And focus on just engaging your core as you sing through it. So really what I mean by that is you have to, when you do the puffy cheeks exercise, and you blow really hard, you should feel all your muscles engage. And that's what I want you to feel all the time as you're singing, even when you're holding back a little for the quieter sections for the beginning or the end, so that we don't end up singing, and now the end is near. I need you to kind of hold that posture and kind of stay in the mind space of, and now the end is near. That even when we're like holding back a little tone to make it nice and quiet and pretty, that we're not losing that like breath control, you know? So I think the exercises that you're doing are helping you and are great, and I feel like we're seeing improvement. That's really awesome. I want to encourage you to keep going on those. For more core engagement, just breathing exercises for you. So do the long S. Hold that for as long as you can. Or you can do it with the exercise that we have on Singing, where I think it plays the like scale twice. Either way, it's always useful. Do the like bubble and the puffy cheeks are very, very helpful for just breath management. The other thing, just to kind of like diaphragm strengthening exercises that you could do if you want, would be basically exercises where we're making the diaphragm like jump, where the diaphragm will go like, it like kind of flattens briefly and then it like snaps back into its sort of dome like diaphragm like shape, right? Diaphragm sits right here, like right under your rib cage. And when you put your hands into your sides, kind of right under your rib cage, just make sure we're not creating a ton of tension here as you're singing. But so relax shoulders, put hands inside. When you breathe in, you should feel your body like expand. You should feel your diaphragm come out. So you're feeling it. It's connected to all your muscles around it, right? So you're feeling that come out. So when you breathe in, you should feel it coming out. So when we're doing sort of diaphragm exercises, would be just beatbox a little. So PTK, I just like doing that. Makes the diaphragm go. And it really makes me engage my core, and really makes me aware of these breathing muscles. So do that. I'll just do them just a bunch of time in a row until I get dizzy and then I stop. So, or as an alternative, we're doing basically the same thing as, or there's just more resistance there, and then we're doing it short, which makes you really go, you know. So that helps you just become aware of your diaphragm. So I would just incorporate some of those into your daily routine: the long ass, the puffy cheeks, the bubble, and then maybe some of those exercises. Other than that, I mean, to prep for your audition, I would get your eyes off the lyrics as soon as you can. Like, you're at a point where you do not need lyrics. So would totally encourage you to like definitely memorize these at this point, and then just practice. It's sounding really, really solid. I really like that. Everyone in the chat agrees. So you are nearly ready. Oh, what if you had too much pandemic eating and can no longer feel your diaphragm? Oh my gosh, I'm right there with you. No. Your diaphragm you can still feel. Yeah, that's all of us. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. Okay, sorry. What was I saying? Yes. What a great piece. What a great audition piece. Good luck in just preparing it. And whenever that audition comes, please let us know, and we're gonna root for you. We're gonna be cheering from all the corners of the earth for you. So you're gonna do awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, and I can't wait to hear more. Let's move on.